Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Our lesson today is liquid and gas. The first thing that we know about liquid and gas is that they do not have a shape. So they take the shape of their container. The cause is because liquid and gas do not have a shape. They are affected with the shape of its container, so they take the shape of their container. Shape of gases and liquids change if the container changes. It's like this balloon animal. If I fill it with gas and liquid, it will fill this balloon and the shape will change according to this balloon. The second point here is the size of gas and size of water. If I fill a balloon like this of water, I need to fill the whole balloon because the size of water is definite. It has a definite size. Also, if I have a big container and I want to fill it in small cups, I will use many small cups because when the cup is filled, I cannot put any other water. So the water has a definite size. Unlike the gas does not have a definite size. It expands. So if I have a small cup, everything around us, the air around us, everything around us, everything that is empty, it has gas in it. So if I have an empty cup which has gas in it and I fill it with water, the gas will still take the small amount that is not filled with water. So the size of the gas changes. It expands and shrinks depending on the size. We have different states of water. Water can be in different states. The first state is when I put water in the freezer, it freezes and it becomes ice. So it's the solid state of water. Ice is the solid state of water. And if the ice melts, it becomes water again in the liquid state. And if I put water in a very high temperature, it evaporates. So it forms water vapor. Water vapor. Let's discuss this further after we discuss our question. Can we use liquid or gas to build a house? So as you can see here, do you see this? This is made of ice, and as we said, ice is the solid state of water. So this is water, but in a solid state, and we used it to build an igloo, like you see this one in here. And look at this too. We use paint to build the house. So we use a liquid state paint to build a house. Also, the stove. When we heat our food, we use the gas to light the fire. Also, we have air all around us that have many gases that we breathe in and we breathe out. So we can use gas and liquid in many things. The three states of water. We have three states like we explained before. The first state is the ice state, is when I put water in the freezer or refrigerator, it becomes ice. So that is water in the solid form. The second form is the liquid form. It's water that we drink. And the third form is when I heat up water, it evaporates. And this is water vapor, like we see here. We cannot see water vapor. So this is the third state of water. The second point, we make crayons from melted wax. Why is it better to make crayons from melted wax? If you try to make crayons from these wax, will it be very easy to build them from a solid crayons? Or is it better to build them with liquid form of wax, melted liquid form of wax? With this melted liquid form of wax, we can add different colors. We can change the colors of the wax to make different colors of crayons. And we can put it in any shape that we want, any other shape than that. So like you see here, we have different shapes of container that we can put the melted wax in to have different shapes of crayons when it hardens. So it's easier to shape them, it's easier to color them, it's easier to have different amount because with a very small amount of melted wax we can make many different crayons with different colors and shapes. Our third point is why is gas better inside a bowl or a tire than water? As we see here, we said that water take a definite size. So as you see here, it's very hard to fill the whole tire with water and it will not take the shape if we don't fill it enough. Unlike the gas, if we put small amount of air or gas, it expands. So if I put a small amount of gas here, it will expand, so I don't have to fill the whole tire. But the water, as you can see here, I have to fill the whole tire because water has a definite size. The third point is the water is very heavy, so the tire will be very hard to move unlike if we fill it with air or gas. So gas is lighter and it expands and it's very easy to fill unlike water. We don't have to fill the whole tire because it expands. Measuring liquids. It's very easy to measure liquids if we have these. These are called graduated cylinder. These have a certain number of millimeters that show us how much water do we have in this. So we can measure how much a space or liquid takes up from these millimeters. It's very hard to measure how a gas takes up because it expands, but we can measure a liquid because it has the same amount of size. It has a definite size. So you can measure a liquid. As we see here, these three containers have three different shapes, but as we see from the millimeters indicated here, they are all three the same size. And as we said, if we pour this into this or this into this, the water will still or the liquid will still have the same amount of space because the size of a liquid does not change.